Runa Iyengar, BBC News.
Well, with me is Mohamed Taha from BBC Arabic. So, Mohamed, 24 hours later, more than 24 hours after these strikes, what do we know about the areas, the sites that have been targeted by Israel?
What we know that there are two areas, Ilam and Khuzestan, and Iran issued a statement saying that the Israeli aeroplanes did not use the Iranian airspace and they used the Iraqi airspace to strike these border states. This statement from the Iranians also is playing the same way the Americans and the Israelis are playing. They did not announce specifically what is the damage that has hit these military sites, and give the leeway to Iran also not to respond, or at least to delay the response to after the American elections, and keep the focal war in the Middle East in Lebanon and Gaza.
And you mentioned there Lebanon and Gaza. Reports of further Israeli airstrikes in Beirut. What do you know about where we stand with those conflicts, Lebanon and Gaza right now?
Of course, in Lebanon, we can see a difference in the fighting and the war in Lebanon than the fighting in Gaza, as we can see some equal fighting between Israel and Hezbollah. There is no comparison between the power between both parties. Israel has got tanks, has got F-16, F-35, and fighters F-22. But we can see that Hezbollah is using the missiles to maneuver the air defenses of Israel, and they use also the drones to be able to hit after that. So this is the first war that Hezbollah would use drones in it, and it's giving them some edge. Hezbollah announced that they want to make northern Israel, Tel Haifa, inhabitant as well as southern Lebanon, as Israel is doing in southern Lebanon. And fighting in the ground, we saw massive fighting in the ground overnight, and yesterday Israel is talking about tens of injured soldiers, and also is talking about some casualties, some deaths. We can see also there is massive resistance on the ground. So this is what we can see on the Lebanese front. Some equality in fighting between both parties in the ground and also on the air space as well. In Gaza, the humanitarian situation is dominant in Gaza, as there are two hospitals are really in bad situation. Kamal Udwan and Al Auda talks about the siege in hospital or arrests between staff, and the UN is saying that the situation in northern Gaza in a crisis situation, actually people are really living there between rubbles, dust, this everywhere, and people are talking that this and being this or alive is equal, as they are really suffering, and they don't have any mean to live.
Mohamed, thank you very much. That's Mohamed Taha from BBC Arabic there in the studio with us. And a reminder